A, B, C, as easy as 1, 2, 3. What? Who said 1, 2, 3 is easy? A, B, C. My name is Gemma Perry and welcome to Mooncake ESL Teaching Made Easy. If you're new here, then you need to know that I make weekly ESL teaching tip videos to help you improve your English teaching. So if you are teaching ESL abroad, make sure you subscribe below and hit that notification bell for weekly ESL teaching tips. Also, real quick, if you are new here, remember to say hi in the comments below and let me know where in the world you're teaching. This video is part 2 in my Teaching Numbers series. So if you haven't already, make sure you check it out, linked below, because I tell you the 3 steps to teaching numbers to young learners and give you an idea of what you can expect from different age groups. In today's video, I'm going to give you a fun activity that you can try in your class to teach numbers to young learners. So without further ado, let's look at today's activity, number repetition. Now for this activity, all you're going to need are some number flashcards, a whiteboard marker and some different shapes. Start by positioning the class in a semicircle with you, the teacher, in the middle. Next, you're going to introduce those number flashcards one by one in sequence, placing them face up on the floor as you do. However, as you're placing those cards face up on the floor, you're going to put them in a random order. Next, you're going to start counting those flashcards again, only this time they're in the wrong order. Explain to the class that you need their help to find the correct numbers and put them in the right order. Next, you're going to ask one student who's been sat particularly nicely to come to the front to help you find number 1. If that student has some trouble, make sure you guide them to the correct flashcard. Next, give that student a high five and ask them to sit back down. Now, just with any other new word, we need to help practice this number with some TPR and a chant. 1, 1, number 1, 1, 1, number 1, 1, 1, number 1. This is number 1. You can then place that flashcard on the floor in front of you in the correct sequence. Ask another student to come to the front and help you find number 2 and keep going again and again until all the numbers have been reviewed and put into the correct sequence. Now note the steps that we took there. We introduced and reviewed the numbers correctly before giving students a challenging activity to practice number recognition and sequence. We're now going to look at how we can extend this activity to teach students about quantity. I talk about these 3 different steps in part 1 of this series, so if you haven't, make sure you check it out, linked below. So as of now, we have those numbers from 1 to 5 on the floor in front of us in the correct sequence. Next, we're going to introduce those shapes one by one using TPR as we do. If you're not sure how to use TPR in the classroom, then you can check out my video on TPR, linked below. Next, you're going to choose one student who's been participating particularly well to come to the middle. The whole class as a group are then going to ask that student a target question. For example, what shape do you like? That student then needs to choose a shape and tell the whole class, I like triangles. Next, they're going to take that triangle and they're going to place it behind the number 1 flashcard and sit back down. You're then going to ask the class what number that triangle is next to and draw that number of triangles in front of the flashcard. So in this case, we're drawing 1 triangle, but if we were by the number 2, we would draw 2 triangles, or the number 3, 3 triangles, and so on. Next, you're going to ask the class, how many triangles? How many triangles? How many triangles? You're then going to have the whole class as a group answer the question, there is 1 triangle, or to simplify, 1 triangle. Keep going again and again until all the numbers have been matched with a shape and quantity. Now, it's really important that as we're putting those shapes to numbers that we go in sequence. This is to help students understand that the higher the number, the more quantity that number will represent. So there you have it, a fun and engaging numbers activity that you can try in your class that works on the 3 steps to learning numbers that I talked about in part 1. If you like this video, let me know by commenting the word helpful in the comments below and by sharing with your fellow teachers. If you'd like some ideas on how to introduce new vocabulary to students, you can check out some of my other videos right here. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, or if you're interested in a Mooncake sweatshirt or mug, you can find them linked below. And of course, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more weekly ESL teaching tips from Mooncake.